evening. This is Esau Williams with Focus on Africa from the BBC on a mild but slightly breezy evening here in central London. And we focus first on Senegal tonight, where it's 17:06 local time, as President Macky Sall has rejected the claim that it would be unconstitutional for him to seek a controversial third term in office. In an interview with a French publication, he refused to confirm either way whether he plans to run. The opposition said that Senegal's constitution prohibits Macky Sall, who was elected in 2012 and again in 2019, from running for office in the next election, which is scheduled for February 2024. In an increasingly tense political climate, the opposition has repeatedly alleged that Mr. Sall intends to override the constitution. Well, Daouda is president of the Senegalese think tank IDIS in the capital, Dakar.
He said that he doesn't know if he will be candidate, but he got the right to be candidate according to the constitution. But he doesn't say that he will be candidate for the next presidential election. But we are waiting maybe for another declaration from him.
But observers looking at this, political scientists, would say that he has not said no, he is not. Therefore, it implies that he's leaving the door open to run for a third term.
Of course, he left the door open, and that's a long time that he keep the door open for another term. Yes, that's a real political problem here in Senegal. The door for him is kept open, yes.
And so remind us or clarify for us, what does the constitution of Senegal say about a third term?
So, first of all, we have to say that that was the same situation when President Macky Sall became president of Senegal in 2012. When Wade was president, when Macky Sall won the election, the question was that if President Abdoulaye Wade could for another term, a third term or not. So the constitutional council have him confirmed the possibility for Abdoulaye Wade to run for a third term. So Macky Sall won the election. I mean, that election in 2012. We are now in the same situation, and that's a situation which is not normal, because a referendum was organized in March, 2016 by President Macky Sall, and the main question with that referendum was to avoid any confusion with a possibility to have a third term or not. So I think the idea was that President Macky Sall proposed that referendum in order to avoid any confusion about that situation.
Right.
So
let me ask you this. I mean, in the avoidance of any confusion, as you put it, the Constitution takes a stand. It's clear, or not, is it not? I mean, the Constitution says whether a president can run for a third term or is just limited to two. So again, I ask you, what does the Senegalese Constitution say?
The Constitution is clear. The Constitution said that no one can exercise more than 2 consecutive terms. So it's clear. But we don't understand why political people, why President Macky Sall can't understand it in that way. So we got the main problem is that when President Macky Sall proposed the referendum in 2016, that was the term of the mandate was changed from 7 to 5.
Let me interject and ask you this then. So President Macky Sall is saying that the Constitution does not, as you say, again, forbid him for running for a third term. You say that the Constitution says that he can only run for 2 terms. They both cannot be right.
No, both cannot be right, because the Constitution is clear. No one can exercise more than 2 consecutive mandates or terms. So, and morally, even if...
Well, not even morally, but sorry to interject, but legally speaking, not morally, but legally,
yes.
What you're suggesting the president is doing is illegal and unconstitutional.
Legally, the President Macky Sall don't have to run for another term, because another term will be a third term, because the Constitution is clear. The problem is not the duration, of the term, 7 or 5. That point is that's a very problem, because let me just explain you this. In the referendum which was organized from 2012 to 2019, first term 7 years, from 2019 to 2024, second term 5 years. So that's 2 terms and last term.
And I'm speaking there to Daouda of Idis on the line from the Senegalese capital, Dakar.